Jodie, it's not the most sort of glamorous area, if you like, finance and business, is it? But I suppose you're going to put me right there, aren't you? Tell us what is it about the sector that we should be finding really exciting?
Okay, so that's not the first question that I was expecting from you, I'd say. I mean, fruit and veg, probably a little bit more exciting. Clearly, we're in a very influential position in the work that we do. We're really privileged to work with the companies we work with. So that's what makes it exciting. I do something different every single day.
You can make a difference in your... I'm just getting my notes there. You can make a real difference, can't you? And you work for Deloitte, obviously, but in the TMT section, tell us a little bit about what that is, because letters mean nothing, but it means something to you.
Feeling a bit under pressure because there's some people in that sector on this table here. So tech, media and telecom sector, that's what the TMT stands for. It's quite a Deloitte internal phrase, I suppose, but it covers companies that are operating in those three sectors.
What do you actually do there then?
That is a very good question. What do I do? So my specialism is going in, looking at businesses that people are looking to buy. So either a private equity house or another corporate, or maybe just a bank for the refinancing. So we go in, we spend a lot of time with that business, we understand how it makes money, and then we report back to our clients.
Sounds very highbrow. But I was reading in your profile that you do a lot of mentoring as well, and I suppose that's something we can all relate to, that helping the next generations and helping people to develop in their own careers.
Yeah, I think I'm now getting to a stage where I appreciate that is a really important thing for me to do in my career. I guess for a long time, it takes quite a long time to get to that position where you feel like you can help people through their career. And, you know, probably most of the women in corporate finance in Manchester are in this room right now, which tells you the size of that market. It's relatively small, it's an extremely male-dominated environment, and I think it is really important to spend time with those few women we do have in the business, and we have one in our business over there, to spend time with them to help them understand how they can make it through the ranks as well.
What's the key then to attracting more women? These are questions you're not expecting, I think, see your face.
That's true, that's the problem.
If you knew the answer, we'd all be working in the sector, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it is a real recruiting people and recruiting women is not the challenge. The challenge is retaining them through the organisation, because ultimately you have to make sacrifices along the way. And at times, all organisations, Deloitte included, are not perhaps quite as supportive as they could be.
Is it getting better?
It's getting better. It's still got a really, really long way to go.
I'm sure with you making your mark in the sector as well, I'm sure it will get lots better. Congratulations on your nomination and good luck. Your story is absolutely amazing, because you went from being a secretary to being the chief executive. That's a heck of a climb, and it must have taken something special for you to make that journey.
It was a climb, but I just did my job and got there.
See, all you women just make it sound so easy, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. It took a long time, but I don't know what you want to say.
We must explain that you work for the Manchester Law Society, and I suppose that's a very male-dominated industry as well, isn't it? So to be chief executive of the Law Society, coming from a secretary, you must have to overcome a lot of barriers in the meantime.
Absolutely. When I started 30 years ago, and I was a child prodigy, I started when I was 3. It was very male-dominated, and it did take a lot of time to get to where I am now, and to get people to understand it's not about man or woman, it's about who you are, the best person for the job.
I suppose as a woman, though, you have to have something special, something extra, don't you? Because you've got to prove so much more in a male-dominated industry. Is that fair to say?
God, I've had too much Prosecco.
I want to work with you. I want to work for you. Who wouldn't want a boss who drinks too much Prosecco? Maybe we should just talk about your award. You're the first... You were the first legal recipient of the Legends of Industry Award as well. So just tell us a bit about that and what it meant to you.
Well, that was the Variety Awards, and they came to me and said, I've helped them with their charity work, and they said, we want to give this award to somebody. And I said, oh great, who is it? They said, it's you. I said, no, you must be joking. Honestly, there's loads of people that should get it. And I was the first person to get the award for the Variety for legal work. Oh my God, how amazing is that?
It is amazing, isn't it? Don't you think it's amazing, everybody? You've not made a fool of yourself at all. I can see why you've probably got people around you who want to work for you as well. You've got that personality that goes with, well, with the sector that you're in. Well, basically, we're not expecting that from the legal society or the legal work.
There's lots of people in the legal profession who are fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I just want to say that I am here today because of Karen Jackson, who's nominated me, and thank you, Karen. I do not deserve to win this after Alison and the other lady from Deloitte. Oh my, they are inspiring. I'm here because my friend...
Because you deserve to be here, Fran. And this is what we do, don't we? We say we don't deserve it, but we do. Congratulations on your nomination. And finally, in this category, we've got Alison Loveday, who's just behind me here. Alison. There you are. Alison, so, I mean, follow that, really.
Sorry.
How much Prosecco have you had?
No, not enough, obviously.
This, I was just talking about, sometimes it's hard to sort of stand out in a sector that really is male-dominated. What's the key to that? How have you managed to do it?
To be fair, I don't think the legal sector is male-dominated now. It may have been when I joined, but certainly now, if you look at the number of graduates, the number of new trainees, it's pretty much 50-50, or it's actually become female-dominated.
Really?
In a very, very short space of time.
How has that happened? Has it just been role models? How has it worked? Or has it been positive discrimination? And I see that as a positive thing sometimes as well.
I don't think it's positive discrimination, if I'm fair. I think careers and opportunities just go through waves, and women saw law as something they could do and they could succeed in, and I think that was really encouraged by some of the larger firms. I'm only a small firm, but certainly some of the larger firms really saw the opportunity to take some really good women, young women, and they did, and they've really developed them, and it's been great for the profession.
What made you want to work in this sector?
That's quite difficult. I'm not a typical lawyer. I didn't want to be a lawyer at all, actually. As I was telling the ladies on my table, I'm the daughter of a nightclub owner. So I really love business, and that was the attraction for me. And I very nearly didn't go to university, or very nearly didn't do law. I just sort of fell into it, which you probably don't want to hear. Having said that, I've had a fantastic career. I've really enjoyed it, and I see different businesses, different business people every day, so it does it for me.
There's something in your biography that really interested me as well, which is your charity work with the Ants Network, about championing talent from diverse backgrounds and underrepresented backgrounds as well. Important work, especially when we tend to think that in the legal profession there's a certain class, more of a middle class, or not working class, shall we say, people are what's the word I'm looking for, are encouraged to get involved. Do you find that your work with the Ants Network is making a difference?
I think it absolutely does, but I would say the profession as a whole is great at supporting charity. I really would say that. For me, my charity for the firm and in my role for Prime Minister is the Booze Centre, which is for homelessness. I am an ambassador for Ants, and they do everything from homelessness, people that have been in prison, battered women, a whole range of things. People that are in prison that are then being encouraged to find jobs. So all of that stuff, we're in a great position to link people up, so why wouldn't you use that?
Nice to make a difference, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.